Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be answering some assumptions that were made about me by some fellow YouTubers. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Erica, and I hope you consider subscribing to my channel so we can become friends. So if you guys see me looking off to the left a little bit, that is because I have my laptop here, and that is where I have all of their assumptions about me. So I do have to say that I did look over some of these assumptions just really briefly and scan through them, and I have to say some of them actually made me laugh because it's either so far from the truth about me or it's spot on. Okay, so I'm actually going to share some of the pictures that I shared with some of my other fellow YouTubers so that way they could ask some assumptions about me and I could answer in return. So the first assumption that was made about me by a fellow YouTuber says, "You're a very meticulous and hard-working person." Yes. Simple answer, yes, I am. So the second assumption that was made about me says, "You're a clean freak when it comes to your home." Now, this is a yes and no assumption about me. I do have my days where all I want to do is just clean and clean and clean every single spot in my house. But then again, I have my days where I don't want to fold laundry or I just don't feel like washing my dishes or something right away. The third assumption that was made about me says, "You're a very open person and have a good heart when it comes to others." Again, this is another yes and no assumption about me, and the reason why this is another yes and no assumption is because of the fact that I do have my tendency to be a very open person, but it depends on who the person is. And I don't really get close to people. Like, I currently don't really have many girlfriends because it's just who I am. I'm just not really too close with a lot of people. And the very, very, very select few that I am open about a lot of things with. I would say that yes, I do have a good heart when it comes to others. I always want to help other people out. The fourth assumption about me says, "High school sweethearts." Unfortunately, no. Me and my husband are not high school sweethearts. I do wish we were. We actually grew up in a completely different states from each other. So I am born and raised in Hawaii, and my husband was actually raised in New Jersey. And I didn't meet him until I was 19. Fifth assumption that was made about me says, "You are a loving, caring person and you love traveling." Yes, I absolutely am a loving, caring person, and I do love traveling as well. Although, of course, there's not many places that I could travel during COVID at all because I do have a toddler and I am pregnant. Sorry. So I'm reading this next assumption that was made about me. I believe it's number 7. Says, "You like expensive things. Also, you demand that your husband/boyfriend treats you like a queen." Now, this is kind of funny to me, and I laughed about this because of the fact that I'm not really an expensive person, and I don't like when anybody buys me expensive things because of the fact that I have always felt like if I wanted something super expensive, I would always work hard for it and I'd buy it with my own money, to be honest. And my husband even knows this, and I've always been this way, so it's kind of hard for him to just be like, "Here's this expensive present that I got for you for your birthday or for Christmas," or something like that. So I did laugh about that part. I do not demand that he treats me like a queen. However, I do demand that he treats me with respect and love. Okay, so for this next assumption, I believe is assumption number 8. I'm not too sure. I'm already losing track at this point. It says that you are a very high maintenance type of woman and you get all the things that you want when you want it, that when you fall in love, you're all out and will give anything and everything to protect the people you love. Wow. Okay. So I am not high maintenance. I'm really, really not. I would say I do not get all the things that I want when I want it. The only things that I could say that I ever really want when I want is food. And of course, mainly more so now that I'm pregnant, and it was like that in my first pregnancy as well. But I do not always want something when I want it, and I don't demand for it either. However, when I do fall in love, I am all out for it. Head over heels, completely in love, and I will always do anything and everything to protect anybody I love. The next assumption that is made about me says that I am really nice, but I am defensive if that's only really needed. Yes, and yes. I'm always nice to people regardless if I don't like them or not, and it's not about me being two-faced or anything like that, because that's not who I am. It's about me respecting somebody regardless of how I feel about them, because of the fact that I am too grown, at least in my opinion, I am too grown to be fighting and arguing with people if it is most definitely not necessary or needed. So I would say before my kids, I did used to get defensive a lot, but it never really had to do with like my husband. It mainly had to do with how people were towards me. The next assumption about me says, you're a very neat and tidy person with a partner who truly adores you. So, majority of the time, yes, I am a neat and tidy person. And I do absolutely have a husband who truly adores and loves me. And I am so grateful for that. So the next assumption that was made about me says, you are very feminine. Now, the pictures I did post and share with my fellow YouTubers did make me look like I am extremely feminine. And I am. I have my moments where I'm super feminine. However, if I am at home, I am always in sweatpants or basketball shorts and just an oversized t-shirt 99% of the time. And I do get dressed up when I'm going out for like a special event or something like that, like a wedding or if I had my baby shower, that kind of thing. This next assumption that was made about me by another fellow YouTuber says, you come from a wealthy family, but are very humble. I do not come from a wealthy family. I've actually grew up in a house with 7 kids and 1 adult who had raised us until I was about 10. And I actually had a pretty hard lifestyle up until I met my husband. And like I said, I met my husband when I was 19. And I've actually been on my own since I have been 17. The month that I had graduated high school was the exact same month that I had been on my own, and that was the exact same month that I had turned 18. So right before my 18th birthday, I've actually been on my own until I met my husband at 19, and we got married when I was 20, so we got married pretty quickly. But I do not come from a wealthy family. I came from a pretty hard life and upbringing, but the events from my past has made me into the person that I am today, and I try to be as humble as I can, and I always try to be grateful for what I have, because when I think about it and I look back on my life, and yes, I've been through some things, but I'm happy for where I am now. The next assumption that was made about me says, you are happily married content and living the dream. And they say, congrats on the upcoming bundle of joy. First of all, I want to say thank you for that. Me and my husband are happily married, and I am beyond content, and I am living my dreams. And the reason why I say that is because I do not really ask for much in my life. However, the things that I have ever wanted from my life, I got. For example, I always wanted to be married, and I've been married now for almost 5 years. Next month, in December, me and my husband will be married for 5 years. I wanted kids. I'm about to have my second, of course. And I've always wanted to travel. Those are the 3 things that I ever wanted to have in life. And I got all 3 of them. So I would say yes, I am most definitely living my dream. The next assumption that was made about me says, you want more than 1 baby. Yes, I do want more than 1 baby. However, me and my husband are stopping at baby number 2. So this next assumption started off with saying, best wishes and congrats on your pregnancy. Thank you. Then it says the first 2 pictures were taken at your home. Unfortunately, 1 picture that I had shared was taken at my home, yes. But the second one, no. And then it says the second 2 pictures were taken at an event when you found out you were expecting and shared the news. Also no to this because those 2 events were actually a wedding of a really close family friend of my husband and his family. So the next assumption about me, there are 3 that this person had put. And the first assumption they made was you secretly wanted a girl. Fun fact, I actually already have one. So, I always wanted 1 boy, 1 girl, and I'm actually getting my wish. The second assumption they made about me says, you've always lived comfortably, money-wise. No. We are just really hardworking people when it comes to things that we want in our life. The third assumption they made about me says that I am pretty short. Yes, I am pretty short. I am 5'3". The first assumption they made was you secretly wanted twins. Yes. At some point in my life, I wanted twins, and it's always crossed my mind. However, twins do not run in my family, and they do not run in my husband's family either, so I always knew the chance of us having twins were pretty much non-existent, and I was actually okay with that. Second assumption they made about me says, fall is your favorite season. Yes and no. So like I said, I'm actually from Hawaii, born and raised, and summer had always been my favorite season. My birthday is in summer, but that's not why. I love the tropical islands. I love the beaches and all of that. So summer had always been my favorite season until I had moved to Pennsylvania, and I have been here for a little over 3 years now. And then yes, fall did become my favorite season. The third assumption they made about me says, you prefer a 1-story big house more than 2 stories. So I actually always wanted a 2-story house, but me and my husband, we talked a lot about when we get our house, because we're either getting our house next year or the year after, depending on how everything goes with COVID, because we don't really want to move with a newborn and a toddler. So we are trying to look into just getting a 1-story house instead of a 2-story house. The next assumption that was made about me says you love luxury and jewelry. No. No to both, because of the fact that some things are hard to keep up luxury wise, and when you are in school and you are a full-time parent to almost 2 kids now, it's not really worth it. And I'm not too much of a jewelry person. Like, my husband will not get me no jewelry unless he asks me first. So he won't even surprise me, because if he gets me something, he knows there's a high chance that I won't wear it. So usually when I get jewelry or something like that, or he buys me some jewelry, he's almost always asking me about it, because it's always for an event. It's never for me to wear every day. The only jewelry that I wear every day are my rings, and that's it. I don't even wear any earrings, to be honest, and I almost never have a necklace or any bracelets on either. This next assumption says, you are a fairly messy person and tidies only when you film. That's me sometimes, LOL. Congrats on your baby. Thank you for that. And no, I'm not always a fairly messy person. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I just realize, oh my god, I need to clean because I'm supposed to be filming a video, but that's not all the time. And for the majority of the part, I'm pretty tidy, I would say. The next assumption that was made about me says, you're very family oriented and love spending time with them. This is another yes and no for me, because of the fact that I am family oriented when it comes to my husband, my kids, and his mom and dad, and his brother, and that's it. It's honestly it. Everybody else, not really. I'm not really close with certain people in my family. All right, so the last and final assumption that was made about me says, you're having a boy, ? Congrats on the baby. Good luck with childbirth. Thank you so much. And yes, I am having a boy. Me and my husband are so excited about this. I am beyond excited about having my baby boy, as well as I already had my firstborn, my daughter. So I can't wait. Like I said, I have less than 2 weeks left in this pregnancy, so we are pretty excited to say the least. Alright friends, so that is all that I have for you guys in this channel, and I really hope you enjoyed this video of me responding to some assumptions from some other fellow YouTubers. And if you did, please go ahead, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button down below, and click on the notification bell so you guys can get notified when my videos do get posted. And if you are not already, please go ahead and follow me on all of my social medias. I'll link them down below in the description box, as well as all of the other fellow YouTubers who had made some assumptions about me. So go ahead and check them out, and I promise you guys will not regret it. Alright friends, so that is it for this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.